that in a little bit, but remember that Sleeping Beauty turquoise you see front and center there. We're getting started officially right now with a customer pick, one of the most beloved coral strands Jay's ever done, and it is at that lowest price ever. It's a graduated red coral bead. It's 18 inches. It has your extender in sterling silver. I've got it on, but I just want to invite you right now to join us. Maybe it's your first time shopping for jewelry here. Maybe it's your umpteenth time. Here is where you get to have direct access, as close as you can get, unless you made it yourself, right? And you are an expert at it. So if you would like to have your coral along with a ring and maybe some earrings. Yes, we're buying presents for other people, but I just say permission granted to treat yourself as well. So for $69, that lowest price ever, I do know this will not be going lower. So take advantage of that coral by your face. And Jay, this takes you back, doesn't it? Takes you back to the beginning.
Well, this is kind of where I started. You know, this is kind of like the designs I used to do when I first started out 40 some odd years ago. What's really unique about this, though, is the material. This is a coral. You know, we're calling it red per se, but it's really not red. Yeah. It's more almost like a maroon. It's got a really kind of, it's got a very unusual, very different look to it. So it's not like a standard coral. One of the things you're seeing in the coral industry, and I'm just telling you this, you know, outright, you're not gonna see, in the near future, probably by the time that I retire or that I'm no longer able to do this and they kick me out and say, okay, we can't deal with you anymore, Mr. King. You're not really going to see coral. Look at even other vendors. Look at other TV markets, right? Look at what's out there, and you're not seeing a lot of coral. It's getting really, really tough to get any of the raw materials, and of course that's all we work for. We work completely from scratch from the raw materials, and so you know, the problem with it is it's not that there's not more coral out there. It's just that they don't allow the harvesting of it, and for many different reasons, and I totally agree with it. The corals that you're looking at here with me, the majority of what you've seen ever with me, none of it is fresh harvest, okay? I think the freshest harvest you've ever seen from me is when we did Mediterranean coral one time, Mediterranean red coral. That they're still actually diving for that. They're still harvesting it. But the corals, really, you have to get old stock. And one of the things, you know, with the corals, it's all covered under the CITES Act. And that's where 156 nations got together and they decided that they were going to make, you know, control certain goods throughout the world. Ivory is controlled under the CITES. Coral, tortoise shell, snake skins. I mean, anything like that. There's just a list of things that are controlled under the CITES Act. So not only do you have to make sure that it's CITES compliant, but you also have to, in coral's case, I have to have 3 different licenses. It takes me 3. There's 5 totally that you have to have. But I personally, I have to sign for 3 of them that I am personally signed for, so that I can actually be a vendor in coral. You just don't wake up one day and say, you know what? Hey, you know what? Today I had a vision last night, and I decided I want to get in the coral business. And also, as far as harvesting coral, the only way you can do it, from what I've experienced, is you have to be grandfathered into it. And here again, the only fresh harvested coral that I'm personally aware of is they still do some diving for Mediterranean red coral, which they have to be grandfathered in. They have to have a certain specific license. And then, of course, the black coral from Hawaii. So what this means is that you are shopping from a source with integrity. You are shopping right now here with extended holiday return policy all the way until the end of January of next year. You've got the craftsmanship that we've all come to know and love from Jay and his artists. And today, with fewer now than 300 of these, you can do the extra flex payment with the HSN card. And it's genuine, gorgeous, organic coral. So 471379, select yours. And I wanted to share with you, oh, hello, Sonia. It goes well with her hair and her complexion, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does,
really,
in that gorgeous brown dress.
Raspberry red.